There are many alternative fuel types on the market today. I'll be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the four most popular options of today. When looking at alternative fuel, there are a few different points you should evaluate, such as if it harms the environment, what it's made of, price, the ease of use, available of fuel, how easily you can find the fuel for the vehicle. So according to fueleconomy.gov, the advantages of liquefied petroleum are that 90% of the propane used in it comes from the U.S. It's a domestic source. It's less expensive than gasoline, and it has lower toxic carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide emissions than gasoline. Some of the disadvantages of liquefied petroleum are current unleaded gas cars have to be converted, so that's going to cost some money. Less readily available than gasoline and diesel, so you can't find it as often. Fewer miles on a tank of gas, so you get less miles for every tank you have. So you have to refill a lot more probably. The advantages of compressed natural gas, which is the next type, would be 94% of the U.S. natural gas used is domestically produced, so it comes from us instead of overseas. Roughly 20 to 45% less smog-producing pollutants come from it. About 5% to 9% less greenhouse gas emissions are emitted, and it's also less expensive than gas. The disadvantages of compressed natural gas would be they have limited vehicle availability, doesn't work with all vehicles. It's less readily available than gasoline and diesel, meaning many gas stations don't carry it. But I'm sure there's more coming around. They have fewer miles to the tank as well, so you have more time to fill up in less amount of time. The advantages of ethanol would be that it is domestically produced. It reduces the use of imported petroleum, which is why our cost is so high sometimes. There are lower emissions of some air pollutants. It's more resistant to engine knock than your unleaded gas tanks would be. The vehicles made after 2001 can use this fuel no matter what. So my car, I use this. I try to use ethanol to help with the environment myself. The disadvantages of ethanol would be that it can only be used in flex fuel vehicles, lower energy content, resulting in fewer miles per gallon, just like the last topic, and it also has limited availability, but it's the most available of these four. Most places have some form of ethanol added to their unleaded gasoline. The last type I'll talk about from berkeleybiodiesel.org is the advantages of biodiesel, which it's a renewable energy source, meaning that we can always get more of it. It's less polluting than petroleum diesel. Extends the life of catalytic converters, which are in every car. Can be used in existing oil heating systems and diesel engines without making any alterations. So any diesel truck now can take the biodiesel fuel easily. You don't have to change any of it. It may lengthen the lifetime of the diesel engine as well, so that's always nice because most diesel engines are older anyway. Some of the disadvantages of biodiesel would be it's about 1.5 times more expensive than regular diesel gas. So I mean, diesel's already expensive, so it's not exactly going to save you money, but it saves the environment. It can possibly harm rubber hoses in some engines, but not all, and it's not very common. Filters have to be changed after the first several hours of your biodiesel use because it gets out all that dirt and grime from the old diesel, the regular diesel, which is more polluting. So as you can see, there are many good alternative fuels besides gasoline and diesel. Using alternative fuel vehicles can help save money on transportation with gas price inflation that we have today. And alternative fuel vehicles would allow for less pollution and harm to the Earth's atmosphere. These alternative fuels are becoming more and more popular these days, so we are bound to be seeing more alternative fuel stations being built everywhere. So hopefully you can choose a new type of gas for your car that's either cheaper or better for the environment. So there's the information for you.